One of the best things of filming with the DJI Pocket 2 are the accessories that come with the Creators Combo, and especially the wide-angle lens. I mean, I love all the accessories, they're fantastic, but the wide-angle lens in particular is a great lens. Unfortunately, in a bright day like today, it's pretty much unusable. That is if you care about sticking to the 180-degree rule. And that is because you can't attach any filters to it. So it's pretty much unusable except for low light or nighttime filming. But what if I was to tell you that there is a way to attach filters to the wide-angle lens in the Creators Combo? Wouldn't that be something? Stick around and I'll show you. Before we even get started, let me get something out of the way. Freewell are releasing their own wide-angle lens that you can attach ND filters to. And I've got a review coming up. It's a really nice piece of equipment, but it's going to set you back $60. And if you want the anamorphic lens that comes with it, well, that's going to set you back about $100. And you might already invested in the Creators Combo and probably a set of NDs. And what do? You already have both the NDs and the wide-angle lens. And $60 or even $100 these days, it's a fair bit of money. I've worked out a little hack that I can't believe nobody's talked about, or definitely I haven't seen any video or anybody doing any test or review about it. And it's pretty much staring at me all the time. And it all came about because I was researching for another project, and then I kept on thinking, these cameras, these large cameras, they have built-in ND filters. Wouldn't that be nice to have something similar with the Pocket 2? And then suddenly a light bulb went off, and it's like, oh, hold on a minute. Let me see if I can try something with these magnets. And guess what? This little hack works like a treat. I'm now using the standard 20mm with an ND filter, and there comes the wide-angle lens. It's as simple as that. I'm not reinventing the wheel here. Yes, you do get a little bit of vignetting on the corners, but hey, you make use of your NDs and the wide-angle lens and the Creators Combo. Let's see what quality of images we get out of it. We'll take some samples not only in the woods, but also in the city, which is where most people live and the most natural environment for many people. So I've worked out what the problem is with this vignetting or decolorization that you see in some shots, and it's not to do with the filters that I'm using. It's actually my own fault. I picked up this morning the filters by mistake for the original Osmo Pocket rather than the filters for the Pocket 2. The original Osmo Pocket had a 26mm lens and the Pocket 2 is a 20mm. So the filters for the Pocket 2 are slightly larger, the front elements. And that is what you are actually seeing, the elements for the Osmo Pocket filters, which are a little bit smaller. So if you have your own filters that work for the Pocket 2 and they were designed for the Pocket 2, you should not have any problems. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's continue with the video. Obviously what I'm proposing here is a fix or a hack. This is not what the wide-angle lens was intended to be used for or designed for. So if you use it at your own risk, I don't want to have any responsibilities. But so far with me it's been fantastic. And just so that you know, the NDs that I use are the Freewell Bright Day 4K NDs. And the magnets seem to be quite strong, and so far it works like a treat. But attaching the wide-angle lens on top of the NDs is not the most stable combination, especially because that's not what the wide-angle lens was designed for. So stability is quite important for me to test. So let's take this for a spin on a bicycle and then see how well the wide-angle lens stays on the filters. I'm fully aware that the lens could fall off at any time, so I'm taking a risk. But I'm quite keen to see whether the lens is stable, and not just on the road, but also off-road. You know, let's take this a little bit extreme as well. You know, it's all well and good to do light off-road. The lens shouldn't have any problem sticking to the filter. But how about taking it a little bit to the extreme? How about doing proper off-road? This is the bicycle I have, which is a really nice road bike, but probably not the best suited for serious off-road. And this is the road or path that I'm going to be taking. I'm keen to know if the lens is going to remain on the filter or whether it's going to fall off. And obviously I won't know until I finish, because I'll be paying attention to the road ahead of me and making sure that I don't kill myself. But I'm very keen to test this in a bit of an extreme environment, because it's all well and good to do these things in a very nice and comfy environment, but I want to make sure that the stability of this lens is good enough to recommend it to anybody on a video. So with that being said, let's go for it. Holy cow! Well, I'm happy to say that the lens is still on, so I haven't killed myself either. I'm quite impressed. You know, actually the footage looks really nice and very stable as well. And that was serious off-road. I mean, you might not tell because the stabilizer gets it really smooth, but boy, that was intense. So I'm well impressed that the lens is still on the filter. I genuinely thought the lens would be gone, and you know, I already have the Freewell coming with the filter, so I knew that, you know, if I was to lose this one, I would still have the other one coming in. But you know, I'd rather not lose it. It's nice to know that the lens sticks to the filter. Wow, this is not an off-road bicycle. So well impressed. Okay, so the lens didn't fall off, so that's a good end to this video. I hope you find this video interesting. I certainly think this is a fantastic little hack, and it can easily get you a wide-angle lens that you can use on bright daylight. I use it now all the time and I absolutely love it. Like I said, I've got a review of the new Freewell wide-angle lens coming up. But this little hack means that you can make use of these wide-angle lens and filters that you might already have without having to invest on additional costs. And you know, we are on interesting times these days, so the more money you can keep in the bank, the better. I hope I haven't lost myself in these woods doing this video. But anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed it and you got something positive out of it. And we'll see you in the next video.